So this particular tool is really, really useful if I'm editing talking head videos. It is honestly one of the best ways for me to get my rough cut ready. It just helps me so much with visualizing a lot of the details and also skipping a lot of the manual work of making things look natural and making things look smooth. So we're just going to jump right into it, yeah? So jumping right into the next tool, which is a single speaker editor. It should be right here in the editing panel. The first thing we're going to do is find our raw footage, which will be these two right here. I'm just going to drag them into my Premiere Pro timeline. And as you can see, these are the same shoot, but from two separate angles. So this is my A angle, this is my B angle. So I'm just going to put this up to my second timeline, put this here. I'm just going to bring this slightly forward and just sync it with...
I appreciated the pun and the play on the word Citizen Kane.
Great, it's synced. I'll just chop off the beginning and the end and we should be good.
The play on the word Citizen Kane, Citizen.
All right, perfect. So I'm just going to put this to the start. So now we're ready to see what Single Speaker Editor can do for us right here. Now we have two cameras, so the camera count should be 2, but you can have multiple angles here. So for the cutting method, you can choose cut and disable or cut and remove. I'm just going to choose cut and disabled. And cut duration, usually it's 7 seconds. Let's try something lower. Let's do every 3 seconds. And my main camera is camera 1, so I'm just going to have that for 65% of the duration. And this for 35. All right, it should be ready. And I'll just click this. And done. If you now go through.
That is the brainchild of my partner. He named the shop. I was a big fan of Orson Welles. I had done several projects on him.
Yeah, this would take me like 30 minutes on a normal edit, but you know, it's in an instant, it's just done. Fantastic. So let's try something else with this, yeah? All right, so for this feature, we're just going to go and drag our relevant file. So this is a music video. I'm just going to drag the footage. It's 4 different cameras running at the same time. I'm going to drag it into my timeline, just get it organized. All right, and then I need to grab my audio track as well because it's a music video. So it is this one. And we're just going to drag it here. Command all, right click, and press synchronize. Audio track 1. Perfect, and everything is synced. I need to make sure that everything is aligned in the same line. So I'm just going to find the shortest video and align everything to that. Let's go to the other side. Everything seems to be more or less synced on this end. We're just going to sync it to the audio. All right, perfect. Now we're ready. So now we're just going to go through here. The camera count has changed this time. Now it's 4. And cutting method, cut and disable. Cut duration, 3 seconds. So I do want my wide shot to be more prevalent. So I'm just going to put that 35%. My camera 2, I think was just a guitarist, so I'm going to put that about 15%. My camera 3 was a more interesting shot, so I'm just going to put that to 30%. And my camera 1 angle was the main vocalist, so I'm going to put that to 20%. Perfect. Now I'm just going to... And it is ready. Before I could finish the sentence, I'm not going to talk about how I slowed down myself, but you know, it's still quite fast. So let's just play through this. So I did a little bit of miscalculation. I thought the guitarist was the vocalist, but I would have focused on him more. But yeah, as you can see, this works really well, and this is just all done manually. So you can adjust these parameters, and you get a very good edit from scratch, like without any effort. All right, we're gonna try another one just to hammer home how easy this is. Yeah, so we're going to go back. There's a separate song. We're just going to drag the footage right here, select everything, drag it here. Do what we did before, as you remember, just organize everything into their own separate timeline. I'm just gonna get myself some room here, grab the audio from this. I'm just gonna put it right here, Command All, bring it to the right a bit, and then synchronize. And it's done. Now just make sure the edges are cleaned up. Select everything on this. It's clean on this side. Where'd you go? Here. All right. All right. So as you can see, I think one of the shots are in a different resolution. So I'm just going to get that adjusted. Okay. So I'm just going to select everything and fit to frame. Perfect. Now we're ready. This time we know who the vocalist is. Yeah. So we're going to make that mistake again. So this one is a vocalist. I want him for 35%. And this is the guitarist. I want him for 15%. This is, I think, just interesting guitar shots. So again, I'll just go for 15%. And this is the wide shot, 35%. All right, I think this should work. Let's see. And it's done. We did not speed that up, by the way. Just get into the vocals. So yeah, it's just seamless, and it's so useful for doing like big projects where you don't always know like exactly what shots you want, and this just helps you get started and gets you 90-95% of the way there.